So most of you guys know about Ray William Johnson, but some of you guys might not know about his Equals 3 series. You guys remember this? If not, you're too young. But this essentially got his career to where it is now, basically starting 15 years ago, and then for the next 5 years, Ray would put out these videos where he would go over viral videos he found on the internet. Kinda like Tosh.0 before Tosh.0, and then a lot more family friendly, and like I said, after 5 years, he let someone else take over the show as he slowly branched out into other types of content, with the final episode of Equals 3 being released 8 years ago. He then went into vlogging for a little bit, did a little 2-year hiatus, and then came back with these weird self-help videos.
Don't we all wish that we were just a little more confident?
Currently though, he is uploading on TikTok as well as his YouTube, but it's basically just his TikTok without the watermark, and he's been doing this for the last 4 years now. Not my kind of content, but hey, when you've been in the game for 15 years, you can do whatever you want. He could have pulled a Kevin Leonardo and showed us his chocolate starfish with his hot dog flavored water, and we would have been like, that's what 15 years of the game gets you. And, what is it? What do teachers get? Immunity. Tenure. But recently he got himself into a little predicament. So a month ago he uploaded this video called He's a Dangerous Cult Leader, where he talks about this Filipino pastor named Apollo and how he fooled everyone into thinking he was the actual son of God.
Now the guy's name is Apollo. He's 24, he's from the Philippines, and he's a small-time preacher there. And one day he's preaching in a little chapel when suddenly angels appear to him. And they come and they tell him that he's actually the son of his God. So he starts telling everyone that he is the appointed son of God.
But not just that, he talks about how he started this cult called the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, officially known as the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, the name above every name incorporated. Rolls right off the tongue. But he lets us know how this guy rose to power and basically let it get the best of him. I'm not going to spoil the whole video, but all you need to know is that this guy is one of those cult leaders who thought it was okay to have multiple wives, some as young as 12 years old.
Among his church workers, the ones who are young, attractive women and who excel at getting donations, they get to move up. And of course, the prettiest and most obedient pastoral assistants, they get into Apollo's inner circle, and they become what are called spiritual wives. And these pastoral assistants and spiritual wives are anywhere between 25 years old all the way down to 12 years old.
It's almost like becoming a cult leader unlocks some hidden pedophile attribute these guys have been suppressing their whole lives. And it's like, where in any religion does their God marry a minor? Huh? Really? But the information in this video wasn't anything that wasn't already posted by major news companies. I mean, this dude is wanted by the FBI for what he's done and is currently in jail after the police raided his literal stadium that will be the largest indoor arena in the world once it's done being built. But long story short, this guy was a rich cult leader who has done some unspeakable things to his community, and rightfully so, Ray made a video about him. Kinda like I most likely would have had I found out about him. But apparently Ray's video made it to Apollo, and he did not like what was being said about him. So he decided that from jail, he is going to try and scare Ray into deleting the video by threatening to sue him.
So this guy is me, and I'm being threatened with a lawsuit. Let me explain. So a few months ago, I told this story and I outlined a lot of the crimes he's being accused of, and then I moved on to the next story and I didn't really think anything about it. Sometime later, I check an email account that I check like once every 6 months, and I see that I got an email from a law firm in the Philippines stating that they represent Apollo. And they sent me this very long and detailed demand letter telling me basically they're gonna take legal action against me, probably sue me, if I don't not only take down my video, but they're insisting that I make a public apology.
Now Ray goes on to say, I dare you to step your dirty ass feet onto American soil and see what the fuck happens. Oh, that's right, you can't, because you're wanted by the FBI fucking I. And apparently one of the main things Apollo didn't like was when he was being called a sex trafficker, even though that's what he was accused and arrested for. But here's what Ray had to say to Apollo, disapproving of his new title. His new plaque that's gonna go right above his jail cell. Apollo, sex trafficker.
Okay, Apollo, let me make this clear so that you can understand it. When I made my video and suggested that you're a sex trafficker, what I really meant to say was, you're a sex trafficker. Let me say that again. You're a sex trafficker. And in case that wasn't clear, You're a sex trafficker!
Now, realistically, if this went to court, nothing is going to happen. We literally have laws set in place to protect people from being sued for something like this. Like, you can be a billionaire criminal in any country, but the second you're wanted by an American government agency, don't expect us to be like, well, I mean, he technically didn't commit his crimes over here. Nah, it's like now you get a sick-ass wanted poster like you're a real-life GTA criminal. Only Michael, Trevor, and Franklin were never wanted for sex trafficking children, in California of all places. Dog thought he could reach his dirty little fingers into our country and start doing crimes. Have international criminals learn nothing? But yeah, guys, one of the OGs of YouTube is being threatened with a lawsuit and will take us along for the ride if it comes to that. There will be a video tomorrow, but not on Monday because that's when the Bengals play the Cowboys and there's some sort of Simpsons event going on associated with it, and I am not gonna miss it. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm gonna be spending all day waiting in anticipation. Until then, peace!